Is it alright if it's just a little while? I ain't making no suggestions. Don't ask me any questions. You already know the answers to.
Lay your worries down and spend the night with me. I know tomorrow's just a promise that you don't know how to keep.
When you wake up, baby, I'll be gone again. I'll be somewhere out there chasing down the wind. Somewhere out there chasing down the wind. I looked down that winding road. I needed rest and a place to go. So tired of this running round, of flying high and a falling down. I'm gonna leave these blues behind before some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. I can't lose what was not mine. Turn loose all the horses and watch them run, and take time to take in the setting sun. To throw back a keeper just to watch him swim. To forgive your enemies and love your friends. Too much pain. Surely broken hearts are gonna love again. Who cares if your world's a little worn around the seams? Just think about your favorite pair of faded blue jeans. On and on about things gone wrong. Cry to everyone with the same old song. Poor tortured souls trying to pay their dues. And life's no fun when dreams don't come true. So turn loose all the horses and watch them run, and take time to take in the setting sun. To throw back a keeper just to watch him swim. To forgive your enemies and love your friends. Turn loose all the horses and watch them run, and take time to take in the setting sun. To throw back a keeper just to watch him swim. To forgive your enemies and love your friends. Forgive your enemies and love your friends. We are live, everybody. Welcome to the Doghouse, episode 41 of Alone Together Tuesdays. Thank you for being here. I'm going to be a little scattered here at first because we've decided to add Instagram to the mix, and that'll probably be a terrible decision, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, welcome in everybody. I'm going to give you all a minute to get settled, give myself a minute to get settled, and figure out what I'm doing here. Let's have a toast. Cheers. I'm Hayes Carll. This is Adam Landry back here with me in the doghouse tonight. And every Tuesday we gather here in Nashville, Tennessee to play music and tell stories and convene. Let's get to it. In times like these, everyone could use a hand. Instead of standing around losing ground, running down the promised land. And it's so hard to tell if this is heaven or hell, and I can never measure by degrees. But it's sure getting warm around here in times like these. In times like these, do I really need a billionaire? Just taking all my time trying to tell me how I treat him unfair. Then I have to pay as the home of the brave gets divided into them with no lead. Oh, I find I'm losing my mind in times like these. Yeah, they're coming to go. They here and then not. Every day I'm getting better at losing something I haven't got. I just wanna do my labor, love my girl and help my neighbor while I keep a little hope on my dreams. But it's sure getting hard, brother, in times like these. I wish I had a place to hide. Instead of bringing it together, we're just widening the great divide. I hope and I pray at the end of the day that I can somehow get my troubles to ease. But I gotta say it's not looking good, not in times like these. Yeah, they're coming to go. They're cold and they're hot. I'm just trying to keep the world from turning me to something I'm not. I just wanna do my labor, love my girl and help my neighbor while I keep a little hope in my dreams. But it's sure getting hard to stand up in times like these. I just wanna do my labor, love my girl and help my neighbor while I keep it on as what I believe. But it's sure getting hard, brother, in times like these. I could use just a little bit of help in times like these. Yes, I could. As we probably all could. Welcome to Alone Together Tuesdays on this very cold Tuesday night. The coldest one yet. Every week we have a postcard that we give away as a thank you to folks who contribute to the show. For those of y'all watching on Instagram, I'm not sure how to show you that. Actually, would you mind grabbing that handful of, there's some postcards right over there. And for those of y'all watching, yeah, I'm just going to find one and show it to everybody. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Over by those pencils, just to the left there.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, let's see. This week's postcard, we had a new one drawn up, which is, I'm sorry, one last thing.
Yep.
There should be, like, you see a loose one just of a dog over there floating around?
I do not.
Okay, don't worry about it.
But
sorry.
Yeah, here's.
Yeah, just one of those.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, and we grabbed one from the other pile as well.
This one.
Yeah. So I had a new postcard that I was going to give, but because of the ice and snow, we couldn't get it sorted. So what we're doing, giving away, thank you, is this one, which is from week 8 or 9 or something. But if you want another postcard, you can go to my website and just pick the number of the one you want. We have most of the older ones up there. But next week's postcard is this. This is One-Eyed Willie, our Chihuahua. A lot of y'all are familiar with him if you watch the show. And he went to the hospital a couple weeks ago. And y'all have inquired about him. But he's kicking ass and doing great. And next week's show, we'll use those. Okay. All right. We're going to dive in here and really get going, but I just want to make sure everything is working. I see some people saying Facebook's not, but, well, if it's not, I think Carll will let me know, and we will do whatever we can to fix it. So. All right. Here we go. Says Facebook is not working. Well, we'll just keep going. All right. I saw you leaning on a memory with your back turned to the crowd in that little bar on Murphy where they play guitar too loud. There were people drinking whiskey and there were hearts about to leave. It was cold as hell for Houston. It was almost New Year's Eve. All the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I could not wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. All the night was feeling lucky, so I asked you to dance. And the way you looked up at me made me think I had a chance. But when I put my arms around you, I knew you weren't giving in. And I hope it will be different if I pass this way again. All the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I could not wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. I walked the road to get here with a guitar in a case, and I'd have stopped in Pasadena if I'd have known about this place. But you looks like forever where the water meets the shore. I've been thinking about you, baby. I can't do that anymore. I saw you leaning on a memory with your back turned to the crowd in that little bar on Murphy where they play guitar too loud. There were people drinking whiskey and there were hearts about to leave. It was cold as hell for Houston. It was almost New Year's Eve. All the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I could not wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. Yeah, all the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I cannot wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. You know, as we were playing that song, I was thinking, we don't need Facebook. We don't Facebook's. We are showing this on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and on my website, I believe, as well as Instagram. So there's plenty of places to watch it. So yeah. All right. Let's see. I didn't make a set list for tonight's show. I've been trying to do that lately, make a set list, but so we're just gonna kind of wing it. If y'all have anything you want to hear, just shout out a request, and I will try to look at them and see what's going on. I can't guarantee I'm gonna be able to read it or do it, but we can try. All right, let's see. Let's do this here. Second chance, but we've been trapped in an empty aching sea. You were the girl I never knew I wanted. I was a boy you hoped you'd never see. It's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and rare. Just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, begging for answers, trying to make a stay. Been burning up the hours, talking to the midnight, just dreaming ways I could hold you next to me. Maybe it just wasn't meant. All things have a reason. Maybe our hearts are just too careless and free. It's a shame we ain't lovers. There could have been something so big and great. Just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, begging for answers, trying to make a stay. There was a time you would have had me. There was a time when I could have had you. But it's too late, another path has come and gone again. I'm at the back door, the broken window leaving. It's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have made something so big and great. Just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia. I'm begging for answers, trying to make a stay. It's too late now to talk or turn back. So just hold on, 'cause baby, here we go again. Heading the wrong way down a one-way track. It's a shame we ain't love. It could have been something so big and great. Just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia. I'm begging for answers, trying to make a stay. Trying to make a stand. Alrighty, how we doing? I'm gonna take this off. I thought it's 10 degrees outside. I thought maybe I needed a cap, but I think we're okay because this music is so hot.
It's hot in here.
All right, how's everybody doing out there? I hope you're safe. I hope you're warm, and are hanging in there. This year has been a long one, but daylight is in sight. I keep telling myself. A portion of the proceeds from tonight's show will go to Echo, which is a community organization in Texas that helps take care of the homeless community. We've been doing, every week we give some of the money away to some cause. And lately, for the last couple of months, it's been the Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee here in Central Tennessee. But with the cold front that's going on right now, it has made me hyper aware. I tried to walk to the grocery store last night. It's made me very aware that it is downright dangerous out there, and I just want to do whatever we can to help folks in that way, provide a little shelter during this time. And then that first song that I played, actually, I'm trying to pull something up here. Well, my buddy Grant Siemens, I was going to talk about Canada. My buddy Grant Siemens, who lives in Winnipeg, along with my buddy Scott Nolan, and got a lot of Winnipeg friends. He sent me a weather report, and it's like 30 something below freezing. So like we think this is rough. I think it's 18 degrees right now in Nashville.
It's a grim up there.
But then take 40 degrees off of that, or 48 degrees off of that. I once walked to a wonderful bar in Winnipeg called the Times Change High and Lonesome Club. And I once walked there from my hotel. It's about a half-mile walk. But it was 40 below zero. And I almost thought I wasn't going to make it. I was bundled up, but I'm walking. It's this weird sensation where like you start feeling this, your skin's burning. And there's nobody on the street. And I just think, like, if I fell over here, there's nobody, like, it wouldn't take long. I mean, you can't even really go out and have a cigarette in that kind of weather. Not that I smoke anymore. I don't. Gave that up. But anyway, that's not my best story. But I just remembered being out there.
Coldest gig. What's the coldest gig you've ever played?
Well, in Winnipeg, I did a show. I was on tour with Steve Earle, and we did a show in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and it was 40 below. Oof. And so we were indoors, obviously, but out afterwards. I went out and was running around town, and I thought, I don't know how people do this. I don't know how they got to Winnipeg and said, let's make a town here. This seems like a good idea. Anyway, but outside of that, I don't know. I've had some outdoor shows, but that sucks, playing shows outdoors in the cold.
Winnipeg at any time of the year sounds cold.
Yeah, well, they have wonderful springs. That's what my friends tell me. That makes it all worthwhile. All right, I'm gonna do a Warren Zevon song here, if I can remember it. Shit. Don't let us get sick. Don't let us get old. Don't let us get stupid, alright. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. The sky was on fire when I walked into the mill to take up the slack in the line. I thought of my friends and the troubles they've had to keep me from thinking of mine. Don't let us get sick. Don't let us get old. Don't let us get stupid, alright. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. Yeah, the moon has a face and it smiles on the lake and causes the ripples in time. I'm lucky to be here with someone I like, who maketh my spirit to shine. Don't let us get sick. Don't let us get cold. Don't let us get stupid, alright. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. I'm glad we are together tonight. Let's see. As usual, I forgot to put up my sweet logo over here on, there we go, bam. All right, now that's all situated. Okay, welcome everybody. I'm sorry, this is still, this is my 41st episode, but it's only like the second one that I've done Instagram on, and the first one in 6 months that I've done Instagram on. So I'm just like checking around, trying to make sure everything's okay. So welcome in, thank you for being here. Episode 41 of Alone Together Tuesdays. I'm Carll. It's my pal Adam Landry back here making sweet sounds. And we're just gonna kind of ramble through a bunch of songs here. Maybe tell some stories, hopefully better than my first one. But I like to set the bar low sometimes. Some people come in with their, with their A material off the top. I don't do that. I like to, I think that's for amateurs. I like to really lower expectations and then, deliver some average stuff, and people are like, yeah, that's pretty good.
It's called the ramp system.
The ramp system, yes.
Ramping.
And one example of that is my wife's going to come join us at some point, and that usually raises the level of the show. If I started off with her, it would just be downhill from there. So, yeah. All right, I keep seeing a request. Crazy growing up on the water, paying for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. 14 walls and there ain't much left. Looking like a homeless cheers on meth. Homer's in a corner breaking up a fight. Good Lord, I hope I get paid tonight. I got a gig, baby. Chicken and a Lone Star beer. Cops and the kids, they drink free around here. Girl behind the bar, taking what she's giving. Lying about her past and trying to make a living. A broke pool table and some hard luck kids. Go tell your mama I don't pay my dues. Everyone around here knows my name. 6 nights a week and the neon flame. I gotta keep, baby. Park behind the bar, with 100 pounds of weed in a stolen car. Oil patch boys and girls who went to college, rules you don't break and laws that ain't acknowledged. A barefoot stripper with a pistol up his sleeve. Some will go to heaven and some will never leave. Bills in the tip jar, blood on the strings. Oh Lord, I never thought I'd see these things. I gotta keep, baby. I gotta keep. Machine and a sailor's daughter. Something makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. I gotta keep, baby. I gotta keep. I gotta keep, baby. Oh, I gotta keep. All right, I got a gig. Yes, I do. I hope y'all have power. I know a lot of folks down in Texas do not have power right now, and that's probably where a large percentage of folks are tuning in from here. So, and that I know what it's like to be without electricity, but I've never experienced it in this kind of weather. So, I hope you're able to stay warm and safe, everybody. So sending out prayers and thoughts for you all. All right, let's play a song. Let me check in here on my folks. Let's go to the chat section. Let's see. Gabe Chandler says it's 65 degrees in Southern California. Well, Gabe, we don't really need to hear from you.
You're on the outside of the burrito.
Yeah, outside of the burrito. Adam was showing me a map of America today, and it's like right down America is this frozen section, and on the outskirts it's kind of warm. And he was equating it to one of those gas station microwavable burritos where it's hot on the outside and cold, ice cold in the center. All right. Susan Ramirez says, who put the pills in the tip jar? Well, Susan, I can't name names. Michael. But yeah, I used to, when I first started singing, I just put the tip jar out. And I literally, when I got back to Texas from school, the first gig I had, I just hung out at this bar, and I asked the owner, Bob, I said, I play guitar and sing. Would you mind if I sat in the corner? I didn't say, can you give me money? I said, would you let me just be here? And I'll put out a tip jar and play for 4 hours. And, it can't hurt. There's hardly anybody here anyway. And maybe they'd like to hear Margaritaville or Freebird or whatever. Any number of songs that I have in my repertoire. And he said, sure. And so that's how I kind of got my showbiz start. And I put the tip jar out. And sometimes people would put money in it. But sometimes they would put drugs or fishing lures, or like every once in a while I'd get like an auto part dropped in there, which I didn't know what to do with. Lug nut. Or like spark plugs and shit like that. Anyway, but... and now here I am 20 plus years later, and I still got the tip jar out. Let's see. Dave says, where are you now? Well, Dave, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. This is where I reside. But I'm keeping a close tabs on my Texas folks. My folks are in Houston, and they're all bundled up, and hopefully, I think they're watching this. They usually do. Okay. Let's see. Let's play another song here. Oh, I forgot. I'm spacing, but we give away vinyl records to people who share the show. So usually, I don't even know if we're on Facebook. I don't think we are right now, so can't do it there. But basically, if you just like the show or leave a comment, or if you like my YouTube page or follow my YouTube page, Callan will pick your name potentially. And we'll give away some records. We'll give away some DPS journals. But I'm giving away What It Is vinyl tonight. Basically just trying to do anything I can to get people to come in here and hang out with us. So let's try this here. Well, I'm wild as a turkey, I'm high than a Christmas moon, I'm empty as my wallet on a Sunday afternoon. Well, I come around too fast and I always leave too soon. Ain't that what they all say? I come down from Memphis with a broken down Corvette, a suitcase full of memories and a face you won't forget. You say you'll never love me, but the night ain't over yet. I'm gonna change your mind. Oh, now girl, I've been a gambler since the age of 21. I've seen my share of trouble and the wrong end of a gun. And this whole world out to get me just because I have my fun. Yeah, but they ain't gonna slow me anyway. Right ain't right, baby. Left ain't always wrong. I bet you're tired of dancing to the same old song. Oh, you look like an angel in a place you don't belong. And I'm gonna take you bed. Oh, we don't need no sleep, girl. We will get plenty of it when we are dead. You just leave these fools behind you now and come with me instead. I'm gonna show you a time. I'm wild as a turkey. I'm a Christmas morn, and empty as my wallet on a Sunday afternoon. I come around too fast and I always leave too soon. Ain't that what they all say? Oh, now ain't that what they all say? Ain't that what they all say?
I dig that vibe of that one, man.
Yeah, kind of jazzy.
Yeah, just that chill.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
cool.
You know, sometimes what I've learned is I can't just be on 11 all the time.
No.
That's what people, people, when they think of me, they think high strung on 11. And I realize that's it can rub people the wrong way. It can be a bit.
By the way,
yes.
I told my dad about the Kirby vacuum story, and the light that lit up in his eye. He was like, I could just see his eyes said, "Another man knows what I went
My
through."
struggle.
That's right.
So during last week's episode, I was talking about some jobs I've had, and one of them that came up was I was a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman for Kirby Vacuum Cleaners when I was living in Austin. The first time I lived in Austin, around 2000, and it turns out Adam's father also sold vacuum cleaners, so we're brothers in arms in the vacuum cleaner door-to-door trade. And he tells me that their mother still has a Kirby vacuum cleaner from 19.
We call it the Kirby because it's literally the one that my dad got somehow through the job.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So what? Like, how old is this? How old are we talking?
1975 or 6.
Wow.
So
1975 or 76.
45 years old.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Did we get Facebook working? I can't tell. It looks like we got about 500 people on this other platform, but I don't know if that's all on YouTube or not. Well, let's see. I was going to play some Towns, Van Zandt, and I had a song that I have not played in a long time, but I'm scared to try it out because it's been a long time. So let me start with something I know of Towns, and then maybe later I'll get my courage up to play something that I don't remember as well. Yeah. But don't you take it too bad if you're feeling, if you're feeling unloving, if you're feeling alone, don't you take it too bad, 'cause it ain't you to blame, babe. Lord, it's some kind of game, babe. Out of all of this living that we got left to do. Oh, and if you go searching for rhyme or for reason, then you won't have the time that it takes just for talking about the places you've been, babe, about the faces you've seen, babe. Oh, and now soft the time flies past your window at night, and we just can't have that, girl, 'cause it's a sad, lonesome, cold world, and a man needs a woman just to stand by by his side and whispers sweet words in his ears about daydreams, and roses and playthings, and the sweetness of springtime, and the sound of the rain. Whew, that is a perfect, pretty little song. Yeah. I saw somebody. Okay, let's see. The party is all on YouTube tonight. Thanks for being flexible. All right. Well, everybody came over. That's cool. Still no Facebook. It's a whole thing. All right. Well, I'm glad that we've adapted, and I'm glad that I chose tonight to go on Instagram because Facebook is out. All right. I've got Feline Williams is watching from a hot tub in Florida. Can appreciate the cold weather since we were born and raised in somewhere. Okay, I lost the message there. Anyway, thanks for watching wherever you are. If you're in warm weather, that's great. I'm happy for you. Just don't gloat. Don't make us feel bad about ourselves. Somebody asked where Eli was because he's supposed to be here, and yeah, his flight, we ended up not being able to get him here from Austin because of flight issues, and I actually just got a text from his mother once the show started, and she said Thursday, which was our rescheduled day, is not looking that great either. So, yeah, we'll see. This has been tough, but yeah. All right, well, we're going to keep going. Our first winner of a What It Is vinyl is Maria Allison. Maria, congratulations. Thank you for sharing the show or liking the show or whatever you did to get that, to warrant that record. Let's see. This is it. What it is. It is this. So you can have this, or if you like a CD. Some people aren't into vinyl. If you do that, you can do that as well. And yeah. All right. Postcards are a thank you to anybody that contributes to the show. And then also, if you do $30, I do a handwritten set list that I sign and personalize and mail to you as well. So that's that. And now let's keep playing music. Let's try this. Or your front page news, folk rock, country, or Delta blues. Tell your voice the way that you choose and do it all for the sake of the song. Yeah, hitchhiking, bus riding, rental cars, living rooms, coffee houses, rundown bars. 10,000 people all alone under the stars. It's all for the sake of the song. And there's a man who wrote Your Cheating Heart. Now he's lying through his tube, and he plays it on a stolen harpet, soaked in 100 proof. And there's the one who might be happy, but for the writer's curse, she lost the crowd's attention by the 42nd verse. And it's a traveling salesman and the girl next door, from that empty room to the third encore. Less is less until more is more, and it's all for the sake of the song. son of some well-known. His father bought the tour bus so he could strike out on his own. And there's the brooding contradiction. Yeah, he's holding Van Gogh's ear, and he's taped it to his guitar in the hope someone will hear. And his black berets and nudie suits, the next big thing, or getting back to your roots. High tops, flannels, or duct tape boots, and it's all for the sake of the song. Yeah. There's the legend, yeah, it's the best that's ever been. And there's the voice of a generation who won't pass this way again. And there's record deals and train seals and puppets on a string. And we're all just trying to figure out what makes the cage bird sing. It's lights, camera, on with the show. About time to get ready, now go, cat, go. Where it all ends, nobody knows, but it's all for the sake of the song. So if you're nobody's business or your front page news, folk, rock, country, or Delta blues, tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song. The weirdest thing has happened. I felt a presence. I'm not a spiritual guy, but I felt a presence, and I looked up. And there was a present. And there was a present.
In a
sure enough,
sweater.
There was a person.
Love it.
A very cold presence.
Okay, look, we're on Instagram tonight.
I know, but I don't think you're on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't care.
Okay.
Facebook is down.
Facebook is. That's lame. Anyway, we're not on Facebook, but we are. We got a nice audience on YouTube, and then we got some folks on Instagram here. They're nice too. But here, come on over here a little bit so they can see you. I told them you were coming.
Yeah,
They're excited.
Well, that's nice.
Yes. How are you?
I'm okay. I've just been scavengering the kitchen.
What was that again?
Scavengering the kitchen.
Scavengering.
Mm-hmm. Because we sort of spaced on the fact that there was a winter storm coming. When I don't have children in the house, I just sort of forget sometimes that we require care and attention too. I get very into my work, and sometimes I do okay keeping up, but sometimes I don't know what happened.
You do a wonderful job keeping
But we
up.
have very few groceries, and there's nothing at the store.
I went to the store last night and it was
There were
closed.
no onions.
I was excited because I went out on an adventure. We can walk to our grocery
I don't
store.
have a lot laying
No,
on.
you're fine. They've seen him for an hour now.
Yeah, that's right.
They need a
We're
full
good.
view of you.
That's right.
I went to the store last night. I was the only person on the streets. I walked down the alley, across the road. I just danced on the road. I made snow angels. Very excited. No person around. And then I walked in the parking lot and I realized that's because the store was closed. The grocery store was closed. So I came back this morning and they were out of onions. And so you were going to make soup, and then that didn't. And you figured something out.
I had a shallot.
You had a shallot.
Yeah. So I'm figuring it out. We're having chicken artichoke soup of some. I'll let y'all know how it turns out. But I'm basing it on this delicious soup that my sister makes. So we'll see.
All right. I'm excited about it.
But I didn't have a white onion, which
Gotta have the white onion.
seems weird, but we'll see how the shallot.
That'll work.
you know, goes in there. It's a slightly different taste, as we know, but it might work well with the artichoke.
This is nice. I see a woman say, I mentioned this before he was born, but our little baby boy Hayes arrived in December.
Oh.
That's sweet.
This makes baby Hayes.
What's
Oh,
that?
God.
He's going to be great. It's going to cause you no problems at all, little baby Hayes.
You just won't know about them until it's too late.
Yeah. Allison is our second winner is Alan Clampy. Clamp, that's Clampi.
Okay, I gotta get back to the soup, so.
Well, okay, but we're giving away stuff. So you want a record, Callan will get your address. All right, we're gonna play Jesus and Elvis.
Okay.
All right, and maybe one more.
Okay. I left it boiling. Not boiling, simmering.
Okay, well they were, all right. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. Lola built this joint in '67, and a boy went off to fight on Christmas Eve. In a war nobody won, she lost her only son. Now everything he loved is what you see. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. Lola told him Jesus loves a sinner, and his daddy told him music saved his soul. Between the drunkards and the band, it's a fitting promised land for the King of Kings and the King of rock and roll. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. All right. So if you need a shot of decor or redemption, where the Delta meets the Sea of Galilee, get washed in the blood of the Mississippi mud. Come all you non-believers and you'll see Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. By and by, Lord, by and by. By and by, Lord, by and by. Very nice. All right. Okay. Well, if you're up for it, at the risk of our soup being burned, I'm gonna try and get you to do another one.
Alright.
I've been throwing horseshoes over my left shoulder. It seems I spent all my life searching for that four-leaf clover.
Yet you ran with me, chasing my rainbows. And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made,
And for all the world to see,
it's never old, it grows.
losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, don't worry. And honey, I love you too.
And that's the way love goes. Yet you ran with me, chasing my rainbows. And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe.
That's the music God made, and for all the world to see.
It's never old, it grows.
Losing makes me sorry. You say, honey, don't worry. And honey, I love you too.
And that's the way love goes.
And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes. Oh yeah.
What's wrong with you today?
What do you mean what's wrong with me
I'm
today?
going.
Where you going? Why are you leaving?
Because I've got things.
I'm giving you that
I
look.
do.
That's the problem.
I can't.
You freaked out.
Chasing me around with those weird eyes. God, what's up with you?
Sometimes I'll explain it. Don't you worry. I'm gonna explain everything to him. I love you. I'll see you in a
Will
little
they
bit.
then explain it to me?
Yeah, well, come back and I'll explain it to you. Come visit us again. You don't have to be gone for the whole night.
All right.
It's your decision. I freak my wife out with my interest in her. Y'all know, some of y'all, you're in a relationship for a certain period of time. There's times where it's just like you see each other and you're like, okay. But pretty frequently, she'll do things like come in and tell me like what she's making for dinner, or just sing beautifully, or do something that really gets me fired up. And apparently, like, I start looking at her a certain way and it creeps her out. Because she's like, you look like a crazy person, and that's my love language. That's how I show it. I just get real like. What are you gonna do? All right. All right. Well, that was Allison Moore. She has a show every other Sunday, and I think she may even do a pop-up show tomorrow night because everybody's snowed in, and she was thinking she might get on there and play some music. All right, let's do something fun. Let's do something upbeat.
All right.
Adam Landry, you ready?
Man, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, this is a song about a young man who gets sent over to Afghanistan and has a morphine-induced hallucination. He gets hit by an IED and then has a morphine-induced hallucination about stealing heroin from the Taliban before being recruited into a top-secret U.S. spy agency where they proceed to dose him with LSD and other hallucinogenics before sending him up into outer space with nothing but a David Bowie 8-track and a fifth of Jack Daniels, all for no real clear or apparent reason. It goes like this. Oh, my daddy joined the Air Force, said it was a good source. Danger loving money, but it only led to Devos. Ended up in Abilene, working at a Dairy Queen. Put me in the army, dated out at 17. Here I am standing in the desert with a gun. Thought of going AWOL, I'm too afraid to run. Got myself a new plan, stealing from the Taliban. Make a little money, turning poppies into heroin. Sergeant didn't like it, so they put me in a hole. Said it's easy shooting when they don't know where to go. Put me on a lily pad, send me home to no rat. I knew I'd be in trouble, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. Tarmac. I told him I was sorry, but I ain't ever going back. Said you ain't a trouble son, under fire without a gun. A new assignment, now you're working for the Pentagon. Gonna take a trip, well tell me what it's for. Gotta serve your country, gonna help us win the war. MIT, PhDs, 9 nigga testament. Ain't what I was thinking, but I'm being all that I can be. I ain't no genius, but I knew it wasn't right. Up us in the morning and LSD at night. Send me off to deep space, help them win the arms race. Mighty this shit has got a funny taste. I think I hit a countdown, 100 feet above the ground. Told me when I'm leaving, but nothing better coming down. Sitting on a bad dream, 1,000 tons of gasoline. Ain't even nothing but some rubble in my slipstream. Mama always said, be aiming for the moon. She never would've guessed I'd be passing my son. How the hell I get here, blasting through the atmosphere. Drop the rocket boosters and I'm shifting into high gear. Bowie on the system, bottle on my knee. Armstrong ain't got nothing on me. Hey ho, here we go, KMAG, YOYO. Someone wanna give me, gotta come up with a song. Tumble, cried all night through. Well, I roll and I tumble, cried all night through. Well, I think I see a bright light, something about an 8-rat. I lay down in a spaceship, I woke up in a firefight. I'm tripping from the morphine, I came down in a bad scene. God don't let me die yet, I ain't even 19. I won't ever ask you over anything again. I swear it on the Bible, the Torah, Koran. Lying around and track about to have a heart attack. IED got to me somehow when I'm medevac. I need some fixing after where it is I've been. Never gonna go and try and shoot a gun again. Stepping at the back door, gonna join the Peace Corps. Tell me I'm a hero now, someone else can fight this war. All right, how's everybody doing? Y'all hanging in there okay? Let's see. All right. I'm just gonna assume y'all are saying yes. Yes, we're great, Hayes. We're cold as hell. We are under the blankets or in the hot tub, but we're doing good. I hope so. I know this has been a hell of a year and a really rough year for a lot of people. I hope that that you can find some silver lining, some good in it. Let's see. I had a request today. I discovered this app called Cameo, where you can basically, I think the idea is like you have people say happy birthday, or like you can get Snoop Dogg or The Rock or whatever. You can get different people to like say happy birthday or just say anything, and then or like somebody from season 5, the cast of The Real World or whatever. It's anybody that's like a celebrity, and I use that term very loosely and very uncomfortably. So I signed up on it, but like my thing was like, I don't want to just, I feel very stupid just going, hey, I'm Hayes and happy birthday, whatever. So I'm a singer, so I said, I'll sing songs, I'll say happy birthday, but I need to sing a song because otherwise it just feels silly to me. So somebody today hired me to do a cameo, and they asked for this song, and I like this one. It's one I don't play very often, but when I do, I remember that I am fond of it. I'm not fond of all my songs. I mean, most of them I like enough, but there's definitely things I get sick of, or things where I think I wish I had tried harder on that song or had spent more time with it. But this one I like. Just a time and a place. You laughed and called me lucky for letting you around. And you stepped up to the bar and started swaying. And the boys all sang Ophelia as they drank another round. Oh, bye, 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 baby. The rain fell on the window as we watched the sailors dance. And you kissed my hand and said you would be beside me. And I held on to the moment when I thought there was a chance. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Way out in the distance where the waters fade to blue, you used to say tomorrow was a foolish thing to do. I thought I'd seen it all before, but nothing quite like you. Oh, bye, 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 baby. I'd read to you the letters that had blown in from the west, and we'd whisper of the dreams that we'd been saving. You said you'd have it all, nothing more, nothing less. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Now there's an emptiness standing at the door, trying to take me back to the way I was before. I used to feel alone here, but it's not that way no more. Oh, bye, 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 baby. stars are out of tune as I think about the one who might have saved me. I know you're out there somewhere between the highway and the moon. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Oh, bye, 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 baby. Let's see. Let's do a little Ray Wiley Hubbard tune here. KG. Here's a game. Here's a song about a poker game. It's called Mississippi Flush. Five-card draw, and they take it serious in Arkansas. You can make a little money wagering their cards, but you can't get to heaven living this hard. Deliver me from my sorrow and shame, release me from my burden and pain. It's one of hijacks and suicide kings. It's the ace of spades and two black queens. You never draw to an inside straight. I can feel the tens knocking at the gate. Deliver me from my sorrow and shame, release me from my burden and pain. Oh, blackbird, blackbird, fly away home. Say a prayer in St. John's Point. Tell the gamblers they're gonna die alone. Blackbird, blackbird, fly away home. Blackbird, blackbird, come back again. Don't tell mama, oh yeah, I've been. I'm going to the river and I'm gonna jump in. Blackbird, blackbird, come back again. Impersonation here. If you ever find yourself in a poker game and you have the hand that our character has here, a 10, a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace, and they're all the same suit, that's called a royal flush. If you're in a game, in a hand, and you have a royal flush, and you have a house, you bet it. It's the best hand in poker, except for one. It's an ace high straight and all the same suit. Oh, read 'em and weep, this hand can't lose. Yeah, somebody said that ain't good enough, 'cause that don't beat a Mississippi flush. Well, Mr. Ledbetter, won't you tell me again? What's a Mississippi flush? How's it beat this hand? He said they don't ask questions in the graveyard. It's a small revolver and any 5 cards. Deliver me from my sorrow and shame, release me from my burden and pain. Oh, blackbird, blackbird, come back home. Say a prayer over St. John's Pond. Tell the gamblers they're gonna die alone. Blackbird, blackbird, fly away home. Blackbird, blackbird, come back again. Don't tell mama where I've been. I'm going to the river and I'm gonna jump in. Blackbird, blackbird, come back again. Small revolver, any 5 cards. What a line.
Man,
Isn't that cool?
that's damn cool.
You've heard that one before, haven't you?
Yeah. It never ceases to make my big toe shoot up in my boot, though.
Yeah, you know, Adam and I are both recovering gambling junkies. and we were just talking about it the other day. And when I first heard this song, I was in the height of my gambling life, addiction, compulsion, whatever it was. So I just thought this was the coolest thing in the world. Like, I don't know, it just described a life that I did not know, and did it in such detail and with so much zest and fun. Combined poetry and poker and gambling and danger and people that brought guns to the party, and all in one thing, and made it rhyme. I thought it was really cool. I used to. So my parents are gamblers, and I got the bug real early. One of my memories. I mean, I was probably 10 or 12 when I remember. Well, actually younger than that. My mom used to take me to bingo parlors, Legion halls and different stuff. I would get the markers, and I would do the bingo cards when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And play canasta and dominoes and 42 and speed, and it was a lot of game playing in my family. But then I got onto poker, and my parents would go to the casinos, and I remember one time we were in Lake Tahoe, and they went to the casino, and obviously I couldn't go. I was like 11 or something, or 8, I don't know. And they left me, and they had like an arcade for kids, and they left me there with a roll of quarters so they could go gamble, which I thought was awesome. But the downside is I grew up with like this real strong desire to get into a casino. I was like, the day I turn 21, it's going to be on. Yeah. And then I was at some point legally allowed to go into a casino. And I was not a great gambler, not a great poker player, but I was just good enough to have some good runs. And I remember back when I was touring and gambling, without fail, if I had a crappy show, or if I had a bad run and I was losing money and I went to a casino, which I often did back then, I would win money. And if I was doing well and I was flush on the run and I went to a casino, I would lose money. It was the weirdest thing. So there was numerous tours that would have been in the red if it were not for the casinos that I hit on the way. Mm-hmm. And then there were numerous tours that would have done much better if I had stayed out of the casinos. So I guess that's the way it goes. But I think I'm one of those people, and this is not to make light of, or to look at this with rose-colored glasses, but I'm pretty sure if I collect, my 25 years of gambling, collectively, I think I'm pretty close to even. I've had a couple big wins over the years. Thanks, Corblund. And a few casinos and a few online things. And, but then I've lost a fair amount over the years as well. But those days are done. Now I just crochet stuff and knit things. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to quit rambling. Let's see if we have a third winner Still waiting on that. But if you like the show, we're not on Facebook tonight, so looks like we got about 500 people on YouTube and another 70 on Instagram. So we've got a nice audience here, and I'm very grateful to y'all for coming out and tuning in and hanging out. Thanks to Adam Landry back here, my good buddy, for playing music with me. And yeah, so I'm just going to check the comments real quick, make sure everybody is doing okay. Let's see. Everybody seems to be interested in the whole gambling, the family gambling. You know, funny thing, I don't know if that he cares at this point, but my dad, he's retired now, so I can probably tell this story. My dad was pretty straight-laced, was an Eagle Scout, a college athlete, didn't drink a beer till he was 22, basically the opposite of me in those ways. Likes to gamble, likes a little poker, a little blackjack, and he was playing in an illegal underground game in Houston, and the cops got wind of it and busted in. Like, everybody on the ground, guns drawn, busted up this illegal poker ring that my 70-year-old father was playing in. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember what he got. He got a misdemeanor or something, but it was.
They shouldn't charge the players. It's the only reason it's illegal is because they're taking a rake.
Yeah, well, I just think it's funny that my dad waited until his 70s to get his first misdemeanor, running with the law.
That's good. That's good.
We could all be so lucky. Mm-hmm. All right, let's play some more music here. Yeah. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. I plan on feeling much better before too long. I got a world of troubles I'm trying to forget. I'm on my way, but I ain't there yet. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. Everywhere I look, the trouble is all I see. Can't listen to the radio and I hate TV. There's trouble with the air, trouble with the water. People ain't treating one another like they oughta. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. I don't wanna hear no preachers preaching, no more politicians bitching. All these songs about love gone wrong make me wonder where my baby's gone. I can't suffer fools wasting my time. Don't give me no advice that rhymes. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. can't get lit. Don't give me no puff, just give me a puff. You know how I love that stuff. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. All right.
I like that one.
The great Guy Clark and Sean Camp wrote that one. All right, Callan tells me that our third winner of an Alone Together record, CD, whatever you want, is Rudy Rudisell. Oh, for a second I thought that was Rudy Rudiker of the iconic movie Rudy. Although, did he die recently?
I don't know.
Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe not. Either way, this is probably not him. Rudy Rudisell, thank you for liking the show or doing whatever you did to get this record. We're going to mail it out to you, give Kellen your information, and we will send it to you. I very much appreciate it. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This never gets old for me. This is, as I say all the time, this has been a long year for a lot of us, probably all of us. And you know, I have not gotten out much. I've had a handful of shows. It was just funny. Today I was talking to my wife, like, my last... I flew home from Seattle, Washington on March 12th, I think. And if you'd have told me I was going to do a year... And I think I played 8 shows since March 12th to now. If you told me I was going to do 8 shows in a year, I would not have believed you, and I would not have known. I would have been very worried about my own well-being. And but you guys have shown up here week after week and supported this show. And Adam and Allison and Luke Moeller. Y'all remember our Australian buddy Luke?
Luke, yeah.
And it just means the world. And we've raised a lot of money for a lot of great causes. So again, tonight's cause is for homeless shelters in Austin, Texas. There's a pretty significant homelessness issue down there right now, and particularly on nights like tonight when it is deadly out there. So we're going to raise some money for a portion of tonight's proceeds are going to go towards homeless shelters down there to help give some cover for some folks that need it. And so anybody that tips the show will get a postcard. I don't know what I did with the postcard. But if you don't like the one that is for tonight, you can go to my website and just pick the one that you like, and just write that on your tip. I send postcards as a thank you. So we have, actually that's next week. This is next week's right here. This is one I'm really. Oh, here we go. So this is this week's postcard. If you like that one, great. You don't have to do anything. But if you want another one, you've got Hayes Carll Agassi there. We've got Winnie, my dog, dressed up, and that's our portrait. We've got the Matthew McConaughey, who I golfed with once. I got to tell you all that story one of these days. I haven't sent this one out yet, but I saw this in Seattle. It's a Smurf flipping the middle finger.
Love it.
I don't know if that's like, if I should send that out in the mail, but we got this one. We got that one. Here's something to warm you up on a cold, cold night. A little toplessness. If you're on Instagram, you can tip me through, I think in my, what is it called? Something tree. It's just on my profile, there's a deal there that it should have the links to tip. And on YouTube, y'all can see this stuff right here. So, here's another one with Winnie from Road Trip This Summer. Here's another one of Winnie eating up a hat. Here's me by a tree in New Mexico. Here's me looking pensively at the ground. etc. You get the idea. We got like 25 of them at this point. So if you don't like the one that's going through tonight, you can go to my website and just pick the one you want and just write down the number and we'll send it to you as a thank you, because I really, really am very grateful to everybody for just being here. So and next week we're probably going to set it up where like I know a lot of people are broke and really struggling financially during this time, so I want to be able to give y'all stuff, and we do these giveaways in part for that, but I may just come up with a way to like send postcards to people. All you got to do is just give me your address or something. So we'll figure that out next week when we're not snowbound. But I'm very, very grateful. Very, very grateful. So thank y'all for being here. And one last thing, if you contribute over $30, we get a signed set list of tonight's show. So, and that, let's see. Makes me think, let's see what time it is. 7:38. Okay, we got a little whiles to go. Little whiles. What should we sing? You have any favorite songs or anything you like playing?
Man.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, I dig it all. I like the entire catalog.
You like my entire catalog? I celebrate the man's entire catalog.
I celebrate the man's entire catalog. No, I kind of like, I actually like just you whipping them out and me falling in. It's fun.
We'll try this. This is a ballad, but this is a Greg Brown song. It's one of my favorites, and it feels like it applies at any point in life. D. A little while without you, darn near half my life. I no longer see our unborn children run to you, my unwed wife. Oh, but yesterday I had a vision beneath the tree where we once talked. An old couple burning their love letters so the children won't be shocked. Love calls like the wild birds, and it's another day. The spring wind blew, oh, my list of things to do. Wait. All my friends are getting older, so I guess I must be too. Without their loving kindness, I don't know what I'd do. All the wine bottles half empty, the money is all spent. We're a cross between our parents and hippies in a tent. Love calls like the wild birds, and it's another day. The spring wind blew, oh, my list of things to do. Wait. In the mucked up muddy river, I cast my little flag. I look at that water and I smell it, and it makes me wanna cry. How to clean our dirty planet. Now there's a noble wish. I'm putting my shoulder to the wheel, 'cause I wanna catch some fish. Love calls like the wild birds, and it's another day. The spring wind blew, oh, my list of things to do. Wait. All you children, go to sleep now. Don't you know it's getting late? I know you don't like to miss nothing. School ain't that great. Oh, I'll dance with you when you're happy, hold you when you're sad. Hope you know how glad I am just to be your dad. Love calls like the wild birds, and it's another day. The spring wind blew, oh, my list of things to do. Wait. Oh, darling, it's been a hard road, but I think we'll be okay. I know I say that all the time, just like everything else I say. Oh, I've been gone so often, but every time I miss you, and I don't really know nothing. except I like to kiss you. Love calls like the wild birds, and this another day. A spring wind blew over my list of things to do away. Greg Brown, the great Greg Brown.
Beautiful song.
He retired recently, but yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. Really, really love that one. Have for years. It's starting to get cold in here.
It's freezing.
Yeah. We can't have our heater on because it makes too much noise. These microphones are so sensitive. But yeah, that's just the sacrifice we're making.
That's right.
Hazard pay, yo. Come on. All right, let's see how everybody's doing. We're grateful for you and your Tuesday night shows. Love Greg Brown. How about Tenderhearted Child? Cross between our parents and hippies in a tent. Yes, what a great line. Soup time, says Craig. Craig's trying to get me to go in to eat. Craig, hold up. I got a few more songs. Well, that soup is appealing. My wife comes in and she's like, I cooked up something good for you. And then I spend the rest of my show thinking about it. Anyway. What can we do? What would be fun? What's a fun cover? What were you doing? You were doing that earlier, that Dylan thing. Do you know that one? Playing your guitar. feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. So all alone, everybody must get stoned. All right. Woo! All right. Well, we don't practice any of this stuff, but that one in particular, the other ones at least are songs that I've written or have played before, but I haven't played that ever.
I can honestly say I've never played that.
Well, look at that. I heard just Adam was in there playing that riff before the show. I was like, that sounds cool. Let's do that. I'm glad that worked out. Normally, when both of us attempt something we've never done before, it doesn't work out quite as well.
Pretty great.
So, yeah. All right. Well, Instagram folks, thank y'all for tuning in on this thing. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this in a long while. But appreciate it. But in case y'all weren't aware, every Tuesday I'm here doing shows. I just don't usually do them on Instagram. But I think I'll keep it going. It's kind of fun. It's a little distracting, but I think it's cool. And then the rest of y'all, thank y'all for bearing with us. I guess Facebook is not working, but we've had a really nice audience, and I really, really appreciate everybody showing up and coming together on YouTube. That's awesome. So, yeah. We're going to keep doing this. The last show of every month, which I think might be, this is a short month, so, yeah, next Tuesday's the last show of the month. It's an all-request show. So I'll make a post on my social media stuff this week, and you can send in your requests. My patrons get the first. Make sure they get their stuff played. If you follow me on Patreon, support me on Patreon. But I try to get as much as I can in. And every song will be something that somebody has requested, along with their story. Like why they like that song, or who they want to dedicate it to, or just what's going on in their life. I have found this thing is my connection. It's my social connection. I don't get to see friends very often, or family, or anybody. And so my Alone Together Tuesday family has been, aside from my wife and Adam and a few other select people, y'all are my people I talk to and connect with, and they make me feel sane every week. And but I realize it's a pretty one-sided situation. I read your comments, and I read the comments on Venmo and PayPal and stuff, and it's I'm overwhelmed and with gratitude for everything that y'all do and share with me. But the last Tuesday of every month, it's a cool opportunity for y'all to be heard, and for me to hear your stories and share them with everybody else. And the thing that I love about this is that it does feel like a community. It feels like people kind of coming together. And I know there's people who've been here all year. And some people are just joining for the first time. If you are, welcome. And I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I hope you'll come back. There's a lot of great people here. And yeah, I think it's very special. Very cool. So I'm just very grateful. So anyway, that's all a long-winded way of saying that next week will be an all-request show. So I'll put up something where you can write down your requests, and I'm looking forward to that. It's always a lot of fun. But tonight, I'm in charge for however long we have left. And I've got one sip of my drink left, so maybe not that long. But let's go ahead and knock that out. And then let's see, what's something... We need something with a little tempo.
Gonna shake the blood vessels.
Yeah, I gotta get it going here.
Get them blood vessels going.
That's I'm just realizing people on Instagram can see my whole thing. Normally I don't wear pants during these shows, so I'm glad that I did tonight because y'all can actually see my lower half. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what would be something fun, kind of up tempo. Some old Willie songs that I know maybe. Some old country songs. You know what? You know it's a fun one. Let's see. Where they coming to fire? Where they coming to fire, man? All right, we'll try this one. Here they coming to fire, man. That's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out the flames. Oh, everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman. That's my name. I got a fire engine, red T-bird, all on my feet. In a minute or less, I can be dressed fit to kill. I work 24 on and 24 off. When it gets too hot, they just give me a call. I'm the fireman. That's my name. Yeah, they call me the fireman. That's my name. I'm making my rounds all over town, putting out old flames. Yeah, everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman. That's my name. Last night they had a bad one, a mile or two down the road. Everybody walked out, let this woman burning out of control. Oh, I was down there about an hour or so with a little mouth to mouth. She was ready to go. I'm the fireman. That's my name. Yeah, they call me the fireman. That's my name. I'm making my rounds all over town, putting out old flames. Everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman. That's my name. Yeah, I'm the fireman. That's my name. I don't know how that ends, but
Who's that?
it's George Strait.
That was straight. Okay.
Yeah, but in the wrong key.
Sure.
I was pretty low, but
That's great.
I wonder, it probably should have been. Yeah, they're calling me the fireman. There we go. That's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out old flames. Oh, everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot. I'm the fireman. That's my name. All right. Well, y'all remind me next time that to do that in G and not in D. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to do a depressing song here just because I've been meaning to play it for a long time.
All right.
And I keep forgetting. So for those of y'all who are like, don't want to hear depressing songs, I'm sorry. But that's 70% of my catalog. So. I think this is right. We'll see. Billy built cars that never went nowhere. Only thing working was the dial radio. He sat on the front seat just listening to baseball. Dreaming about places that he'll never go. He'd like to ride bulls and tease all his children. Make up new words that meant nothing at all. And curse the stars that had left him in Natchez. Hum an old tune and cry as they fall. One conversation, short-term destination, can lead to a lifetime away from home. No plans worth making, all the big dreams were taken. You leave this world, you leave alone. The money was good on the road in the springtime. One look from that girl and he settled down. And he laughed right out loud when she said Mississippi. He said, I've never been there, but I like how it sounds. One conversation, short-term destination, can lead to a lifetime away from home. With no plans worth making, all the big dreams are taken. This world, you leave alone. You leave this world, you leave it alone. Ah, Billy built cars that never went nowhere. The only thing working was the dial radio. And he's sitting in the front seat just listening to baseball. Dreaming about places he'll never go. porch, watch the sunrise through the trees. Nowhere to go all day to get there. Not a thing I need, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, she said she'd stay forever, but she lied. No, she couldn't keep a straight face if she tried. Told me that she loved me, now she's someone else's bride, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ain't it funny what gets you where you're going? Who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Ain't nobody knows how life's gonna happen. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. Every time I see my old friends, we get way too stoned. I always start trading stories, and it's on, it's on. And I swear I've left a piece of me down every road I've gone, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I had climbed up on the mountain, and I've fallen in the pit. I have seen love in the eye and seen the other side of it. I spend most of my time just laughing at the joke nobody gets, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ain't it funny what gets you where you're going? Who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Ain't nobody knows how life's gonna happen. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. It's a big old beautiful universe, and I'm happy where I am. I got supper in the oven and a cold drink in my hand. I take naps when I want to and go dancing when I can, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ain't it funny what gets you where you're going? Who's to say what's right or what is wrong? Ain't nobody knows how life's gonna happen. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. Only thing to do is live it till it's gone. And I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, everybody. Thank you, Susan, Connie, Julie, Lydia. I see so many folks here that are here every week. Mark, thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thanks all you folks on Instagram. Please tell people about it. Spread the word. We're gonna keep doing this. And one of these days, I'm gonna get more advanced, and I'm gonna figure out how to bring friends in and remotely interview people like Jimmy Buffett, Bob Dylan, Paul Simon. I have a pretty extensive Rolodex, so once I figure out the technological part of things, it's just gonna be like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up in here. I'm just gonna be talking to people, playing music. Maybe not those people I mentioned, but I bet I could get Core Blonde. I bet I could get, maybe just Core Blonde. It may just be Core. He may be my only guest. I bet I can get John Evans up in here. I bet I could get maybe Brent Cobb. I bet he'd come sing with me, talk with me. I don't know. I'm gonna make a list, but we'll start doing that. And then I keep threatening to do episodes that are specifically about records, like my buddy Todd Snyder did, where we just play all the songs on a particular record and talk about it. And whatnot. So one of these days I'll do that, but it's just been kind of busy lately. Weirdly, for being stuck at home, I'm very, very busy trying to keep everything afloat. So, all right, everybody. Well, it's probably time to wrap it up. I think I have some soup on the stove, if I heard my wife correctly. So I'm gonna get to that. Let's do one song before we get out of here.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Let's do. That's in drop D, which is not where we need to be. All right. Well, everybody, again, thank you so much. I always feel like I don't know how to show the gratitude I have. I wish I could do a better job of making y'all feel it. But I hope you hear me when I say I'm very grateful for y'all just being here. You don't have to give me money, you don't have to do anything. I'm just grateful that you showed up and are listening to these songs. So it does my heart a lot of good. I really appreciate y'all, and I hope you'll come back. And hope you have a good week. Hope things are... we can all go out into the world and spread a little goodness, and a little positivity, and a little kindness. That never goes out of style, and that's never something where there's too much of it. So let's all collectively try and go out and do that. And yeah. So I'll leave you with this here. Thank you, buddy. After all these years of running around, flying high and falling down, well, the time has come at last to rest my heart and to ease my past. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. Darling, don't you cry tonight. The moon is full and the world is right. I've loved more than my share. I took the pain and I called it fair. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. Glass and I'll make a toast. We're better than some, little harder than most. They left a mark on every town. Chased the dream and we stood our ground. But I can't do those things no more. Not the way I done before. The same winds that brought me through can take me back the long way too. After all these years of running around, a flying high and a falling down, well, the time has come at last to rest my heart and to ease my past. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. Lord, I wonder fill their shoes. Thanks to Callan for running things remotely. Thanks to Adam Landry for playing beautiful guitar and being a good spirit and a positive force in this world. And thanks to all of y'all for joining us tonight. It means the world. I hope you had a good time. I really appreciate it. And we'll be back next Tuesday. Until then, y'all take care. Have a great week. And I'm going to sign off to